YouTube. So I'm back again with another video. I just want to discuss some stuff, like y'all. So I've been in the gym. I've been really hitting it. I've been really trying to hit my goal and work out and stuff like that. And I pulled a freaking muscle. I don't know if you can see it, but I pulled a muscle in my arm and it hurts. Not that I'm down from the gym because I can still go, but I just can't work my arms out like I need to. This side is normal, it's okay. But this side, right in here, the muscle has been pulled and it's horrible. But that's not what I came here for today. I've been really feeling down and out lately, that my body's not easily losing weight like it was before. And it's not because of intermittent fasting, it's really because of me. Sorry, I'm thirsty. I'm in pain, but the show must go on. So I've been feeling really down lately because I feel like being the size that I am and reaching the goal that I have, it's underappreciated. I can't say underappreciated because I appreciate it. But I think sometimes when you haven't got to society's norm, you know what I mean? When you're still at that fat stage, you're kind of looked at differently. People don't take you serious as someone who comes on and says, I lost 100 pounds, da-da-da-da-da. But they started where I'm at. And I have to remember that. I had a conversation with my friend today and I really needed it. And that's what I want to come on here for. I've been feeling really shitty lately. And I've been feeling really down lately. And I've been feeling like just not giving up, but exhausted. Like exhausted in continuing this journey because it's freaking, I want to cuss, but then I don't want to cuss because it's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. Some days I wake up and I'm so freaking content, and other times I wake up and I'm just like, I'm not where I want to be. But is it that I'm not where I want to be because everyone tells you keep going, keep pushing, keep, striving for those goals, but everyone's goals aren't my goals. And if I continue to let that influence me, I'm never going to be happy in my journey. And I want to be happy for me, as I say. And I feel like I always find myself kind of defending my actions to not get down where people think that the healthy range is. And I don't know if it's just me personally. So I've just been kind of all over the place. Like, I'm like, what can I do? Like, what can I do to make my weight start dropping off? And then I remember, like, I'm working harder than a lot of people. I have so much against me, and yet I'm maintaining and continue to lose weight, and I have to go on my journey, at my speed. And I say that because I have thyroid problems, so I'm on a medication. Let me explain that. I'm on a medication to trick my body into believing that my thyroid is doing what it needs to do for my metabolism, for my hormones, and if I should ever get pregnant for pregnancy. So I'm in a losing battle, but I'm winning. Do you get what I'm saying? And I have to remember that. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're not winning. I'm not that girl I was 2 years ago. I'm not where I was at 2 years ago. And I'm not losing my weight rapidly because I want to sustain this. I don't want to look back 2 years from now and be back to 300, 400 pounds and stuff like that. And then, like I said, I've been feeling, sorry y'all, all up in your business. I've been feeling like really, I don't know, some type of way. So I talked to my friend and I had to have a conversation, and he spoke some encouraging words to me, and his conversation just made me think about, like, yes, most people that come on this platform, most people that are talking about their weight loss, those people started, and I went and looked to make sure, 300 pounds, 200 and something pounds, 100 pounds down, 150 pounds down, you know, are intermittent fasting and stuff like that. But the people that have lost 200 pounds plus, the majority have had some type, and I'm not saying everyone, I'm not calling anyone out. That's not what this is about. I'm just saying the majority of people, like on my 600-pound life, where I was almost 100 pounds away from being able to be on that show, a majority of those, well, all those people had surgery. And I have to think, Chaz, you didn't have any surgery. You didn't have a sleeve. You didn't have any of those things. You don't take dietary supplements. You know, your mental isn't healed. Your heart isn't healed from the things that cause you to be morbidly obese. And I have to deal with those things because I'm at a place right now where I'm not going to give up, but I'm so tired. It's so straining and stressful to constantly have to live in a world where you have to watch everything that you eat, and you might not have to do it with a fine microscope now, but you have to be considerate. You have to move. You have to get out there and do it. And it's like, part of me is just tired. This journey has been so long and it's so hard. And part of the reason that it's hard is I haven't fixed what's broken yet. I fixed some of it, but I haven't got to the root of what caused me to be morbidly obese. And one part that put that 200 pounds on me was my children and the loss of that. And I've dealt with that, and I'm at a point of peace with that because I know I can have kids now. I'm on my medicine. I lost weight. If I wanted to get pregnant at this point, I could. But my body's still not healthy enough for me to want to do that. But it's everything leading up to before that. Yes, that put on 200 pounds on my body. But when that put on 200 pounds, I was already 328 pounds. And we live in a world that's so freaking cruel that tells you if you're not happy with being fat, then change it. And you do change it. And because you're still considered overweight or obese, some people still, and it could be all mental. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like at a point where, excuse me, I'm just at a point where I feel like I have to deal with this. Like, I'm stuck. You know what I mean? I've been between 250 and 260 like 6 months, and I don't want to get into the habit. Like, intermittent fasting, I love it. It's a lifestyle. I'll never get sick of that. That has never failed me. But what's failing me is my diet. What's failing me is the things that I want to put in my mouth. And I've tried to fix it. I tried different things and it works for a while. And then stuff happens and I don't binge. That's not what I'm saying, but I eat everything that I know that's going to affect me. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I know there's certain things I can't eat because of my thyroid and because I'm trying to lose weight. But it makes me feel better. And I'm trying to think, like, my life isn't horrible right now. I'm not stressed out or anything like that. Like, great things are happening to me. And I'm still self-sabotaging because I don't know. Like, sometimes I look in the mirror and I feel perfectly fine. And I feel like I can see where I came from. And other days I look in the mirror and I feel like that 400-pound girl. After 2 years of doing this shit, of living this, lifestyle and changing the way I eat, I just feel like I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? But this is gonna be for life. Like, oh, y'all. I'm sorry. But I guess y'all are like my outlet. You know what I mean? So, I was really inspired by what my friend said because it brought a lot of stuff like back in check, and I had to check myself because I've done something that a lot of people will never achieve. I wish that they would. I don't feel like you have to be a zero to be healthy. I don't feel like you have to fit in a certain category to be healthy. I don't promote obesity. It's not good for you. I suffer so many things. My body is still fixing so many things that it did to itself by being that extremely overweight. But it's just like, sometimes, even though I've lost all that weight, I have days like this. And I've just been really not, I'm not even sad. I'm just angry because it's like, if I would have had the surgery, I wouldn't have to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? If I would have got gastric bypass, I wouldn't have to deal with this because my body would be unable to eat so much food and the weight would just come off so easily. And that's not to knock anybody that's had gastric bypass. I feel like if I knew how hard this journey was going to be, I might have chose the other route. Because I'm still dealing with my eating habits. I'm still dealing with cravings. I'm still dealing with being an emotional eater. I guess that's what it is. Like, I'm an emotional eater. I had a horrible childhood that I don't speak about. I was loved, but I had a horrible childhood. And a lot of things happened. And I feel like sometimes that little girl just wants to eat. And for 2 years, I've suppressed her. And that's her healing. That's what makes her feel better. And so, because I diet or fast and make better decisions, it's like sometimes that little girl in me gets really sad because her friend isn't there. The thing that she turned to cope with so many things isn't there anymore. And I haven't really dealt with it. And I felt like maybe because I was losing weight, because of other stuff, because I got to do a lot of things that I want to do. Maybe, you know, it didn't bother me and I didn't have issues, but here lately, like, I feel like when I'm going through things, and it doesn't have to be big things because it wasn't big things before, but when I'm going through things that I would usually eat and be an emotional eater, you know, to solve those things to make me feel better, I've taken that out. And because I've taken that out, like, I don't deal with things like I used to, and I miss it. And it's sad to say that, but I do. Like, I don't miss it in the sense that I want to go back to doing it, but I miss it in the sense that that was my coping mechanism. Do you get what I'm saying? So, when you can't cope the way that you used to, and you let stuff kind of build up, and because I haven't been able to work out like I want to because I'm in so much pain with my arm and with my hip. I have osteoporosis from my medicine. So sometimes I'm in pain and working out hurts. And when I go through things, I just want to eat. And the little girl in me wants to eat because that's what took care of her. That's what made her happy. And I'm trying to change that. And I know I need to get medical help. That's what everyone says. I'm also bipolar. So, y'all, runs in the family. I won't talk too much on that because it seems that I made a video about my condition before and it's no longer up. Let's just say that. So, I'm just, you know, I'm just like all over the place. And then I'll lose another 10 pounds and I'll be okay. And then I'll get stagnant and then life will happen. And then my bipolar will get all over the place. And it's just, I guess, you know, it's time to kind of deal with the things that cause me to emotionally eat. And it's some rough shit. Like, I've been thinking about it for a few weeks. I've been thinking about, you know, seeing somebody to talk about some stuff and thinking about everything that I haven't dealt with. It's just, it's too much at times. And I want to say one of my major things is I had a very weird relationship with my mother. She passed away when I was 27. So she's been gone a little bit over 10 something years. But before that, she was an in and out mother. My dad raised me. So she in and out. This is her. I keep her with me at all times. Even though she wasn't a great mother, she was still my mom. And I'm all over the place, but I'm going to keep it raw and uncut on this channel. Some days are going to be cry videos. Other days I'm going to be not crying and super hyped. I'm getting emotional. It's getting closer to the surgery. I'm not as scared anymore as I was the other day when I posted that video. The biggest thing I'm scared of is dying on the table. And that's why I started exercising to get my endurance and stuff up. And then I injure myself. So that's always great. And stuff like that. I just really need to kind of deal with some stuff. I need to kind of sit back and I have to just let this journey play out. You know what I mean? It's just so hard. Like, I was so used to being morbidly obese that I got so comfortable in that body. I got so comfortable in who I was that people don't understand. I haven't been this size. I haven't been like 250 since like 6th grade. 6th grade. Currently 40 years old. 6th grade, you're like what? 10? 11? So I haven't been this size since preteen. And it's just a lot to deal with. And then I have all this excess skin and stuff like that, you know, it just, I don't know, today, yesterday, the day before, have just been horrible days. I feel like a failure. I'm bloated. I just got off my menses, so that makes it worse. I'm all over the place. I just needed to hop on here. I needed to kind of vent about that because nobody holds me really accountable. It's like I caught myself 2 days ago. This is what really started it. I'm just going to be honest. 2 days ago, for no fucking reason at all, I caught myself sneaking food. And I did it, and I ate it, and it wasn't until after I ate it, and that wasn't even the bad part. That didn't even really make me feel bad. It wasn't until my husband came home and was like, "What did you eat today?" And for no reason at all, I just lied and was like, "Nothing." Like, he doesn't care. He loved me when I was almost 600 pounds. He'll love me at any size. So the fact that I went and I snuck and I ate and it was like nobody saw me, so it didn't count, tells me like that cycle of sneak eating and having to be ashamed and everything that went with that. As a kid, it's like, it really fucks me up. And that's what really just kind of put me over the edge. The other day is going back to that and then not even realizing that you're doing that again. You know what I mean? Like, it took to after I said that to him, it's just like a sour taste went all through my mouth and down, and I'm like, why didn't you just say, yeah, I ate this, and this? But it was like I didn't want him to know. But I don't want that cycle. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get back into that cycle of sneak eating and starving myself because I snuck ate something that I shouldn't. It's just a really bad, vicious cycle. I don't want an eating disorder in order to lose weight. And I don't have an eating disorder. That's not what I'm saying. But that was my cycle as a kid. You know what I mean? Because you hear so many comments and you feel so ashamed to be such a big kid. And your parents are trying to help you and they're trying to make you diet and stuff like that. But then it causes you to binge and sneak eat behind folks' back. And I lived in that realm for such a fucking long time of eating and binging in private. I never had anorexia, but I used to sneak and binge eat because I felt disgusting because my parents were trying to help me, but they didn't do it the right way, and I don't blame them, you know, because that's what you do. You put your kids on diets, you listen to doctors. But I felt so ashamed of being as big as I was that I would not try to eat like that in front of people because my brothers used to call me the human garbage disposal. Give it to Chaz, she'll eat it, you know. And when my parents put me on a diet, all the things that I couldn't have like I would sneak and do it. I remember one time, and it's a horrible story, but I remember one time, and then I'm gonna end this video because it's been kind of long, but I remember one time, we were selling candies for the school, and I stole like 15 fucking candy bars and put them in my room and slowly ate them. I didn't give a fuck who was going to pay for it, how it was going to get paid. But I remember doing stuff like that. I remember I would go to the kitchen and put stuff in napkins and slowly take stuff up to my room to eat it later. Maybe I need help. Maybe I'm sabotaging myself. Maybe it's just a bad day. I don't know. I've been doing so good lately. But that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I just needed to come and to vent. I'm not going to really spend too much more time. I'm sorry that this video is long today. I needed to get all that out. I needed to really say what's been going on the last few days and my feelings. I don't know when the next video is going to be at this point. I'm still scheduled. I actually did schedule my surgery though. So I'm scheduled to have surgery because I had to make sure it worked for my mom. So I changed it. So I'm scheduled. I'm scheduled to have it the first weekend of March. I'm going to do a body check-in. And then I'm going to go. I'm rough today. I don't care. So, I'm like, I think 2:55. I just ate. I ain't going to turn around too much. I don't want to be demonetized. But I'm 2:55. I am 20 pounds away from my goal. I am exhausted. I am making the right decision. I am glad that I did it naturally. I am glad that my hair is not going to fall out. I am glad that I won't have issues with digesting stuff. I am glad that every complication that comes with surgery, I won't have to be a part of it. I am glad that I started making YouTube to document this journey. I am glad that I've maintained my weight. I am glad that I'm no longer morbidly obese through all my sad days. I'm still obese. I am glad that I can see my flaws and see certain things. And most of all, I'm glad for another day. So, with that being said, thank you for letting me come on and cry today. Thank you for listening to my rant. And thank you for coming and joining the family and sticking through the craziness until the BBL, because that's when everyone will come see the before and after BBL. But thank all y'all that come and watch me and my videos and my upside down life. I hope everyone has a good evening. And if you would like to be in the group for the weight loss, look me up on Facebook. I don't care. I got a lot of people I don't know on there anyways. My name is Jadora. That's Jadira. I think that's it. Yeah. And the last name on there is Valles. That's V as in Victor, ALLES. And I will definitely add you to the group. because it is a secreto, which means secret. See? Bipolar shit. Anyway, so add me to the group, or add me on Facebook. I'll add you to the group, and then you can delete me or whatever if you want to. I'm not a creeper. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like any of that. Subscribe. Come with me on this journey. Ups and downs, baby. Ups and downs. Have a good day, YouTube.